Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you're on SIM. We're not responsible for your trade. Right now, we are on hold a little bit because the Nasdaq just hit the institutional. The first one here, a profit taken on the first institutional number 22,928. You can see how the market retracing from that. The second target for the morning session is 22,899. Now we are watching very closely if the ES able to cross to support area, and if it is, that's mean we are in a good shape. The market is gonna maintain on the short direction, and we don't have any sideways market at this moment. So we are really watching it closely if the bar will close below those support area. And the Nasdaq, it seems like, you have the sellers over the buyers. The market analyzer from 1 to 6 to the 30 minutes, from 1 to 30 minutes, they all pointing red. You might see a pullback, but it is do not keep going short on this auto trading. For the ES, for the M strategy, uh, I'm gonna go ahead and wait on it a little bit to see if the re-entry on the ES is 6302. Let's see if it's gonna go down a little bit. We desperately need to stay below those support area. We know we want them to be resistant, so we're keeping our eye on it and see what's going on. For the Nasdaq is doing fine on the short. Today on the Nasdaq we got 2,570, and then we have that trade right now, so we'll see what happened. And it's coming directly to the target 2, and it is the final destination, 22,900 for the Nasdaq. Sometimes we hit the target 3, but it's very rare. So once we hit the target 2, you most likely finished for the morning session. We'll see what happens. It's gonna close that trade on the Nasdaq. It's right there. We're gonna close it soon. And on that trade, it is 4,500. So we'll see what happens. This is scalping done, not swing trading. Wow. We are using a trailing stop and stop loss today on because the market is not really stable a lot. Summertime, so I activate the trailing stop and stop loss with it, and now it's securing the profit around 5,000. The the ES is about to close that trade. It's coming to the support area 62.95, and the target 2 will be achieved on 22,900, profit taken on 22,900. Okay, it finished the trade, and we have 6,905 on that auto trade. And this one is about to close based on one contract, 400. It's going to close on 62.95 at the support area. You can see how the Nasdaq came into the target 2, profit taken on target 2, right to the tick where we told you 22,900, and profit taken, and here is your re-entry 22,987. on the ES, it fell to break all those support areas, so we'll see what happened. Maybe it will be better to close that trade, override the auto trade and close that trade, close position, and take some profit. And it's going up all the way to the 6,300. And the Nasdaq come into the target 2, as we said. This is the morning target. Profit taken, and we're going back to the 22,984.50, and this is the re-entry short right there, at the 22,987. The ES fell to break all those support area, and now we have a mixed market on the ES. The sellers are lowering, and the buyers are getting more strong and stronger. The market analyzer is mixed, where the Nasdaq is the beginning of the end, the trend to the short side. After we hit the target 2, there is not much beef left for this market to do anything anymore. So we keep our eye on it and see. There is no short trade. The short trade is here, 22,980. This is your short trade. Be careful on the ES. You don't have, even if you are auto trading, you don't have short and you don't have long on the ES. You have to be very careful. Uh, the support holding, and the market is not strong enough to break the resistance. So the market is stuck between the support 62.99 and the resistance 6304. So there is no trade, and the market analyzer is mixed, is getting stronger, but the seller is still a little bit over the buyers. So there is no trade. It's a very mixed market on the ES, and the Nasdaq is only place you can enter the Nasdaq if you're not in a trade is a short at 22,974 at this moment. Where is this line? This is the re-entry right there. So we are waiting. There is nothing on the ES at this moment can really bring some money on the table, that's for sure. They are a little scalping, yes, on the ES, but um, this is the scalping on the ES, and well, I closed the trade on the scalping. Now it's 425. I'm using a little higher time frame today. As we said, the ES is correcting itself. There is no more short, and we're fixing to go long on the ES. It's not ready yet, but we need to see this ES maintain above the 6304, and because the market analyzer is still a lot in red, so be careful. Don't get fooled by a couple bars moving upwards. There is a good chance for this ES to collapse again to the 62.99, because this is where we told you the re-entry short on the Nasdaq. Here it is. Where is this yellow number? And here is the short. It's coming back, going probably retesting the target 1 and target 2. So you got to be really careful today. You know, the summer always like this. It's a really painful on in the summer and around the Christmas. The market don't have a really strong volume, and it's always hard to perform around the Christmas and around the summer. So when you eat your Thanksgiving, from the Thanksgiving all the way to New Year Eve, there is no performance in the market. And in the summer, when the kids are out of school, there is no performance in the market. And usually in those days, the market is spiked for a few minutes and dies out for the rest of the day. So it's always like this every year for the last 32 years. You know, the same old, same old. So you have to be a little bit patient in the summer or around the Christmas. And now we took a second trade on the scalper, and now we are up 575. A small trade scalping. There is not much going on, and we'll see what the ES has recovered, and we're fixing to go long on the ES. The ES recovered, and we need the Nasdaq to recover. Still away. So if we notice, after we hit the target 2, as we said earlier today, the morning target is to the second institutional target, profit taking, and we said it is the final target for today. And here it is, as you see, came into the institutional number, profit taking, and now everything is rechanging. The ES right now, it is to the long direction, now is over with the short side, and now if this bar close above the 22,982, also the Nasdaq now has been confirmed that the short is over, and you need to start taking a long trade once this Nasdaq across the 22,982. Right now it's still sitting here in the middle. It can go either direction, so you should not jump on the trade, because if this Nasdaq collapsed and went back to the target 1 to retest, then it's gonna drag the ES with him. So right now we are here sitting. We want to the confirmation to cross above the 22,981, and then we will be fine with a long trade on the Nasdaq. So once the Nasdaq and the ES on the same direction, when you are auto trading, it will be much more pleasant, and you are less risky in the market. But when the Nasdaq wants to go short and the ES wants to go long, or vice versa, that means you're not gonna be making money today, despite whatever auto trade you are using, because the market is not in sequence. And once the market is not in sequence, your auto trade become irrelevant, despite your time frame, your template. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And as speaking of the devil, when we said the Nasdaq is gonna go back to retest that the target one is going to drag the Nasdaq, the ES with it, and that's exactly what happened. The Nasdaq is dragging the ES with it. So that's why we said you need confirmation on the Nasdaq before you can go on a full throttle with it. So here it is. The ES scalping took another short trade. Be careful with the Nasdaq. There is no direction on the Nasdaq. We can see the scalper took a short trade and closed it. That's good. So the market, but if we look at the ES, there is a heavy support. 1, 2, 3. There is a triple support on the ES, and the ES has tried before 1 bar, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 bars, was not able to break the support. So now we're going back to retest it. So you gotta be careful Don't get involved with the short trade. Right now it's too late to get into the short trade, and the Nasdaq keep going down. It's gonna go back to the target 2 again, because this is where the profit taking on target 2. Maybe if sometimes it happened that target 3 is for the afternoon, but sometimes we hit it in the morning around 11 o'clock. So we'll see if the Nasdaq able. I doubt it, because the ES is not responding and is maintaining above those support area. So in order for us to hit the target 3 on the Nasdaq, we need to see, look, the ES is fell to break the support area and is coming right back up again, and this is the problem right there. So we need to see the ES breaking that support area for the Nasdaq continuing down. And it fell to break again. Look where it is. It fell to break that support. Let's try it again. Let's see if it happened. We have the scalper already took short. There is no long on the Nasdaq. Be careful. No long on the Nasdaq. You do not have long on the Nasdaq. We're not your financial advisor. Nasdaq, there is a long way from home. A lot of resistance, and not strong enough. So do not let your auto trade to take long on the Nasdaq. It's gonna drop again. The scalper already on the 300 take took a short. There is no long on the Nasdaq. Be careful. finally we got out of the short, and we're about to change. You can see how the picture is. I mean, I don't believe in double bottom, double top, but we're about to waiting on this area here to confirm the long trade. And here also the ES wants to go up. We got a new signal on the ES, long, right there, long, and we just got confirmed on the ES, but we don't have confirmed long on the Nasdaq yet. It's too early. So if the Nasdaq fell to break this area here, then can it drag the ES down with him? So we don't have confirmation on the ES. It's to the long direction. So they're not in sequence. When they're not in sequence, you cannot auto trade. The Nasdaq and the ES has to be in sequence. Wow. Target 1, institutional. Profit taken 6314. Profit taken on that number. And you can see how the market stopped. We are waiting on the Nasdaq to cross the 22,987. We need the Nasdaq to cross 22,987, then we are okay to the long side on both of directions. The ES is right now 10:45, and around 11 o'clock we will hit 63.20. This is the target two institutional number, and then it's over. And then it's over. 6320, and here it is. And then this is the final destination for the morning session. You can adjust it yourself, break even, or you can let the auto trade do it for you. So this is the final target for this morning, 6320, 6,320. And this is it. There is not much today. It was really difficult. If you were auto trading without looking at the market, you would have had a bad day today. Doesn't matter what type of auto trade you are using, whether from us or somebody else. So the scalping did, but barely stayed on the plus, and the swing trading finally start kicking in. So it was a hard day. It's been a hard day this summer, and it's gonna go through August as well. July, August, there is not much action in the market usually, and so we'll see what happens. Thank you. we said we're gonna hit around 11 o'clock. The institutional number 2 is the final one for the morning, and it is 63.20, and that is your final destination for the morning. So don't, after that, don't waste your time. Now the Nasdaq is going to the long position, and now it is out of. That will be nice if we can see this one across 22,987. That will be more secure for you to unleash any type of an auto trade, to take a long trade only. We need to see a cross in that line, 22,987. Here it is, we hit the target 2, 11 o'clock, now 11:05. Normally those target hit around 11 o'clock plus minus 5-10 minutes. And we are hitting this target 2, and there is nothing left for the end of this morning session. So don't waste your time. Here it is, profit taken on that number, and it is finished for the morning session. You can take a break and then come back in the afternoon if you still have the taste for it. But we hit target 2 and we are done. Thank you very much for today, and we wish you pleasant for the rest of the day. Bye for now.